I was completely and utterly, and I won't lie, blown away by the speed of the response.
We've all been lied to our own lives. Can't you bloody tell? Across the ocean.
Well, hello you gorgeous mother truckers you, and welcome to another video, and welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for honouring me with your subscription, it's much appreciated. So, as more and more information trickles through and people say this, that and the other about the attack at the synagogue, there is a overriding feeling that something isn't quite right. Now, you should know by now on my channel I will always discuss all sort of viewpoints on everything, because I think it's important to have the conversations and to discuss and highlight what people are saying, and through that we can hopefully have a good conversation about it and see if there's any truth or any feeling, or if people feel the same, or whether it highlights something that we should be challenging and talking about, because that's what it's all about. One important thing about my channel more than anything is conversation. It's important to keep talking and talk about things. So, questions are being raised because of the speed of the initial response. From the time of call to the time of the shooting was exactly 7 minutes. And no offence, that's a heck of a response time. Not only is it a heck of a response time, it's a heck of a response time with the exact required unit that was needed. You see, the unit that got there was a firearms unit. Out of the blue. Where normally, with any sort of 999 call, that's not the people who turn up first. They usually have to get requested by other units. Now, they're saying it's because of the exceedingly accurate telephone call they received from a member of the public, who apparently gave them such a precise description, they knew exactly what to send. So you could ask the question now, how would a member of the public be so good as to give such a perfect description of the incident that the police immediately knew who to send to the call? Also, as it happens, there just happened to be a helicopter, so it's reported, that was full of SAS, just happened to be on exercise, flying back from exercise, directly over where it happened. Some have even said the Starman knew this was going to happen and let it happen. Now, of course, all of these, and this happens with everything, with Charlie Kirk and everything. And as you see with Charlie Kirk, I've actually questioned whether the person who they actually have in prison at the moment was the guy who actually did the shooting, considering it looks like there's a lot of glaring issues in the FBI's account. So again, because of that, I will entertain and talk about the possibility of things not being as they seemed. And it now turns out, apparently, and as you've seen on a previous video, one, if not two of the wounded victims, in fact one of them who died, did so from gunshot wounds. So the police shot them. Now, some have said, well, that just shows you how shit the police are. But as my response was, if you've never been in that situation, and you've never fired a firearm, and you've never had to experience that level of stress and the ability to have to make a snap decision, perhaps you should sit this one out and not criticise, because it's not as easy as the movies make it out to be. That I can guarantee for you. Okay? It is not easy. But even so, I was completely and utterly, and I won't lie, blown away by the speed of the response. I'm only sort of spitballing out here. Conspiracy theory, maybe it's just a perfectly good sequence of coincidences. You're probably right, but you have to ask the questions, because it is very important to try and get this right in everybody's head. You see, the fact that it happened not long after the digital ID thing. Now, a lot of people have already said, well, this is obviously going to be used to push digital IDs. Now, of course, it's very hard to explain how that would be used, because a digital ID would not have stopped that attack. Especially as this guy already had a British passport, so would have been able to qualify to get a BRIC card. Because, of course, to get a BRIC card, you have to use the passport, driving licence or national insurance number that apparently aren't good enough anymore to show who your identity is. Yeah, that's the hypocrisy of it. But then again, it is very, very convenient that this occurred not a few days after we talked about digital IDs. It really is. Some strange coincidences here. Yeah. Especially when you look at things like the incident that occurred at Southport. They didn't send the exact right response initially for that. There are questions that could possibly be answered, and that's absolutely cool and fine. But it's also important to ask, why did the police send the exact unit that they required? Why did that unit get there within 7 minutes, which is a fucking mind-blowingly quick response? And how did they know that? Because the phone call was very, very, very accurate in its description. Yeah. These may all have viable and reasonable answers and excuses. I am willing to wait and see, and then we can discuss it later on. But you have to ask the question, surely. Because everything, although it was horrendous, and please don't take this as me trying to demean, the attack was vile and disgusting and horrible. It really genuinely was. But there are questions that I'd like answered. I really would. Because things don't add up. Any case, as the rain pounds down on the roof, as apparently we're about to be hit by our very first storm of the 25-26 bad weather, or commonly known as the autumn and winter of the UK, and a storm called Storm Amy, because recently we have to name storms and make them sound more terrifying than they actually are. In reality, back in the day, we were told it was going to be a bit windy and a bit wet. Now it's the end of the universe. It's raining, it's a bit windy, I'm going to get a bit wet. So ways to support the channel down below. If you like what I'm doing, agree with what I'm saying, so I'm getting distracted by the fact that there's a big tree branch in front of me, looks a bit dubious. Just wondering if it's not going to fall. I'm just far enough away, I think, so it doesn't drop on my car. I do apologise. If you are subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, why the hell not? If you like what I'm doing, just hit the subscribe button. It's free. Don't forget to ding the bell and select it to all. and then you have given the illusion that that actually YouTube will tell you that I've done in a video. It may not. I'm subscribed to many people who've dinged the bell, and there's a lot of times I get no notifications. It is what it is. It is the mighty YouTube in its full glory. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, that's if YouTube let it to happen, because they do get deleted all the time. It's very frustrating for you, even more frustrating for me, because I like to talk to my my community. Remember, gobstertalks@yahoo.com if you want to do that. And that's it. I'm done. So, until the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand